If your heart and mind are wrestling between detesting the narcissist for what they did to you, and society or people placing an expectation on you to forgive a narcissist, then this video is for you. You may find that many of your friends and even therapists will tell you that you need to forgive a narcissist so that you can move on with your life. But that is absolute crap. Forgiveness is a deeply personal choice, and the belief that victims must forgive a narcissist to move on with their life is a myth that can impose unrealistic burdens on victims. It is natural and totally understandable that the victim is filled with hatred toward the narcissist when they first realize what the narcissist did to them and how the narcissist ruined their life and success. It is also normal to be consumed by this hatred to the point that it may be all a victim of narcissistic abuse thinks about, which is often compounded by the fact that the narcissist walks away without being held accountable for the devastation they caused, and not even feel guilt for what they did. This can then cause a victim to be overwhelmed with negative emotions toward the narcissist, which can affect their life, career, and health negatively. When these victims seek help, they are often told to let it all go and forgive a narcissist. But this frequently causes victims to feel torn between the desire for revenge and the societal pressure to forgive. They may even start to believe they are a bad person for not forgiving, especially if religious leaders tell them they need to forgive a narcissist. They may also feel that they are a traitor to themselves for just letting the narcissist walk with a clean slate after everything they did. They may also struggle with the guilt of not having seen the red flags and not having protected themselves from the abuse they suffered, or for not getting out of a relationship sooner. Now they are also asked to carry the burden of not even standing up for themselves by asking for justice, even if that justice comes in the form of refusing to forgive a narcissist. Comment on how you would feel if people told you to just let the narcissist walk away free and forget the years of your life they ruined. The truth is that you are under no obligation to forgive a narcissist. You don't owe the narcissist anything, especially not forgiveness. Healing is about prioritizing your well-being, and you don't need to forgive a narcissist to do that. There is no law or rule that says you are a bad person when you refuse to forgive. In fact, it is natural to seek justice or revenge for being wronged. Even in the animal world, accountability and justice are part of life. Seeking justice or holding someone accountable for their actions can be a way to regain a sense of agency and self-worth by you saying, "I am worthy of being revenged." But just forgiving the narcissist and allowing them to walk free reduces you to someone not worthy of justice. Just think about it for a moment. Anyone trying to force you to forgive a narcissist is saying that what was done to you is so insignificant you are not even allowed to be angry at the narcissist, and that the narcissist's discomfort for not being forgiven is worse than the suffering you endured. They are essentially saying you don't have a right to be angry for what was done to you. I often wonder if people who try to get others to forgive abusers don't have dark secrets and are afraid that they themselves may one day be held accountable for the hurt they caused others. And by getting you to forgive the abuser, they suppress their fear of accountability by believing that someone else will make the people they hurt forgive without any accountability. Share your thoughts on this in the comment section. The thing is that forgiveness actually has two parts to it. The one is for yourself, and that is letting go of the negative emotions that may be causing you a lot of distress. The second part is for the narcissist, and that is where you no longer seek justice or demand the narcissist do actions to rectify the harm they caused. Thus, you give up your right for justice. Now, what normally happens when someone hurts or wrongs you is that they say they are sorry. Then they ask how they can rectify things. Then they go out and do actions to rectify their hurtful actions according to what you want, which dissolves your anger for them to the point that you feel they have done enough. And at this point you tell them you forgive them and they are free from needing to make things right, and that you no longer seek any justice or revenge. So you decide how much and what actions must be done before you decide when a person is forgiven. The person does not just say sorry, and that is the end of it. However, A problem can arise if you allow the hatred and anger you have for the narcissist to consume you. If your thoughts are filled with the abuse you suffered, you are punishing yourself. For every time you remember something the narcissist did to you and experience negative emotions, you are reliving that event and are being abused again, and are punishing yourself by having negative emotions flood your system. Your mind does not always know what reality is and what a memory is. This can cause you to be filled with anger and anxiety, or feelings of hopelessness and depression, which can have a negative impact on your health and life. This often happens with narcissistic abuse, where there is no legal recourse for seeking justice, or where the narcissist refuses to take accountability or admit guilt. You are then stuck in limbo with the negative emotions consuming you and draining your life, while the narcissist happily goes on living their life. It is here that people then say just let go of the anger by forgiving the narcissist, as you are in any case not going to get justice, which in theory sounds correct, as you no longer have the anger that is eating you up. But that is rarely what actually happens, because what they are asking you to do is to tell the narcissist you forgive him, which frees the narcissist, but it does not dissolve the anger you have, as no justice was served. In fact, it can actually increase the anger and feelings of injustice in you, and you may now be angry at yourself for not even standing up for yourself by seeking justice. Many people feel pressured to forgive a narcissist and do so, but what they are doing is just letting go of their right to seek justice. And then they are stuck with the hatred and anger toward the narcissist, but now they feel powerless to get any justice because they forgave a narcissist. But all is not lost. There is hope, for there are two other ways to deal with the issue. The first is to compartmentalize your mind and place the anger and memories for what was done to you in a far corner of your mind that you rarely think about. This way, it does not dominate your mind and thoughts, while you have not let go of your right and need to seek justice, which allows you to move on with your life until you have an opportunity to get justice. If those memories or emotions intrude in your daily life, you can schedule time for it. So you do not try to avoid it, you take control over it. You can say to yourself, every say Tuesday evening at 8 p.m, I'm allowing 30 minutes to think about the narcissist and what they did, and to throw a pity party for myself, or to stick needles in a voodoo doll. And that is it. When during the week thoughts of them arise up, you say, now is not the right time. In that way you manage to impact the negative emotions you have toward the narcissist has on your life. The second way is to accept that you may not get the justice you seek now or ever, but that you are not letting go of your right to seek justice. But for your own benefit, you let go of the anger and hatred toward the narcissist, which may take some practice and effort. Meditation and journaling your emotions will help a lot. Thus, you can think of a narcissist and what they did to you without feeling any emotions. So you set yourself free, but not the narcissist. For if an opportunity arises to get justice, you will take it. This is very beneficial when you have to interact with a narcissist knowing what they did to you, such as a partner you still live with, co-parenting with a narcissist, or family members you have to interact with. You may also then compartmentalize the memories of what they did to you, so you do not constantly think about them, while having no emotions when you do, while knowing that you have not betrayed yourself, but just allowing the narcissist to walk freely. Maybe one day the narcissist comes crawling back begging forgiveness and that you must take them back. Part of your justice can be you telling them that you will never take them back because of what they did to you. Or maybe they need your help, such as want to borrow your car or ask you to fix something for them. Part of your justice can be saying no by claiming you are busy. Or you see the narcissist struggle financially or with a problem that you have a solution to, but you keep your money or your solution to yourself as part of your justice. This allows you to feel you have a right to seek justice when an opportunity arises until you feel justice has been served, at which point you forgive a narcissist and set them free. If a narcissist or someone were to ask, you can say that to you, the narcissist is so insignificant that they are not worth you getting upset about them, but that you have not and may never forgive them for what they did to you. and that you have a right to seek justice when the opportunity arises. Please, however, remember that your overall well-being and safety should be your first priority. While exercising your right to seek justice, do keep in mind the potential long-term consequences. Also realize that staying in contact with a narcissist opens you up for further abuse and exploitation. In some cases, it may be better to totally cut contact with a narcissist without letting go of your right to seek justice. In my book, Shine Again, I list a few things you can secretly do to the narcissist that can make you feel better. See a link in the description to my book. Learn more about narcissism by watching the video suggested to you right now.